competitions. We have some of our pioneers here, some of our recent successes, which have been incredible. And many of you guys, a number of you guys who are competing this year are going to carry on that legacy. But you're going to have an advantage that the prior teams didn't have. And you're going to be the first people to use our new sales labs tonight. First of all, before we get started, I want to thank our sponsors. Impact, who was our primary sponsor, where are you, Cynthia? Cecilia? They've been a strong partner of our sales program for about 6 years. You know, I really thought of going to them first when we looked at a primary partner for a new sales lab. You know, it's been a great relationship, and we're so happy that you could be our primary sponsor and get us off and running on this. We really do truly appreciate it. And there are a number of other sponsors that I have to thank as well that have been also very integral to the program. Many of them have very successful alum working for them. We have a representative from Uline. We have Lisa Winter. We have Dave Stevens from Inpro. We have Edsel Cruz, who is a national sales competitor, now representing ZMAC. Let's see who else we have. That may be it, I guess. Oh, Jeremy, you're here for Johnson Financial. So we'll thank Jeremy, Mr. Johnson Financial. The other three sponsors were Catalyst Exhibits in Kenosha. Ashley Mitchell had to give me a last minute. She had something come up. Unfortunately, they've been a strong supporter of our program. Gartner, who now provides the case in the national sales competition. They're based on Fort Myers, Florida. They have a huge campus of inside salespeople that work from there. Unfortunately, they're on the beach in Fort Myers. You know, it's every job has a price to pay, I guess. But they have to sponsor a lot of schools, and they sponsored us this year. And then ZMAC, I mentioned ZMAC Transport. A lot of our grads have gone there, and I'm forgetting Northwestern Mutual. And Allie Stricker said she would be here tonight, and they're always a strong supporter of collegiate programs. So I think this is something that many of you are going to enjoy this year. You're going to learn from it. The technology is really going to help us. You're going to have even stronger skills as we move along. So I think it's very important that we give our sponsors what they can for and we will be sending you some type of token, or not a token. It won't be small. It'll be something good. We'll send you something in recognition of your support shortly. And so in 2013, we inducted a number of sales students into what we decided at the time would be called the Sales Hall of Fame. Our sales program started in 2008, and a couple of the inductees are here tonight. I'll talk a little bit about the history of the program first. Not long, I promise you. I know you're just itching to get going. It's all been good. Not, I can see your fear. But, we decided after 5 years it was time to recognize some of our alum. And at the time, we inducted 5 students into the Hall of Fame. Amanda Frank was our first really good NBA competitor. She won 2 first-place awards in 2011 and came within that much of winning a national NBA title. We had to wait a while to do that, and then something about that competition became that much close again, and I'll talk about that in a minute. Amanda was awarded, and Kyle Hageman, who was Mr. Everything. Kyle, do you want to raise your hand or do a cartwheel?
Sure.
And Portobello Restaurants fame. You still do that video, I guess, as a ADP exam. We're still using ADP for some training. So, and you've been viewed so many times. You know the Portobello mushroom, Portobello restaurant. And Kyle was, and Sarah Porter was our first grade competitor who showed us we could do this. Tremendous record in only 2 competitions, and I'm not going to tell that whole story again, but we went to the first national sales competition not having a clue of what we were doing, quite honestly, and I sat and judged with somebody who has become a friend of mine for years from Western Michigan University, taught me quite a bit about judging and how the grid worked. And Sarah and her partner, Kate Kramer, were pretty sharp cookies. But the first round was kind of a disaster, honestly. We didn't know what we were doing. So, long story short, everybody kind of, regrouped and was pretty sad for a while in their own ways. And then they decided they'd go down into the hot tub in the hotel and just relax and rethink. Well, the ingenuity of Farside students, I walked by about an hour later, and I gave them a few things, just a few pieces of information that I learned about how to judge that might help. But basically, I came back and they were sticking papers up on the wall to do kind of a wet noodle outline or a flow chart of how the call might go in the next round. And they were there for hours and hours and hours. And they just rocked the next day. And her partner, Kate Kramer, nearly got back through the wildcard round. You have to win your wildcard round when you don't get in the first round. It's hard to do. You've got to win, you got to be the top out of 6 schools. She just missed. But Sarah got in, and she kept going and going and going. And we're there on the final night when they announced the semifinalists and the finalists. And she was in the Sweet 16, and we still never had anybody go that far. So it was quite a story. So she's here tonight. And you weren't here the last time for your plaque, so I don't have one ready for you, but the fact is I don't have a plaque ready for anybody, because we're going to make them based up on what we do tonight. But I will send you a plaque. So Kyle and Sarah and Amanda Frank and Dave Kirkby and Will Craig, who were excellent sales competitors as well, 2013 MBA. They won 3 awards there. Will competed for a number of years, and he was also 4th in a sales competition at the National American Marketing Association Conference, International Conference. We also have, from our Pioneers division, we have Jeremy Schreier, who was an excellent competitor, now with Johnson Financial for years. He competed in both New York and Atlanta, represented our school very well. I know Clark, didn't you? If I remember, yeah. And so we have quite a distinguished group here tonight. So I want to get right down to, and you guys in the class know how this is going to go tonight, so I'll explain it after we finish the ceremonies here. We're going to be inducting 5 new members in tonight, or 5 teams and individuals. And I'm not going to give you an award tonight because the one we gave the last time was pretty cheap. You can see pictures of the sales, which is something I put together last minute. But I want to take these pictures tonight and do something, maybe an acrylic that was very similar to the award that your team got, Josh, and I'm going to talk about in a minute, so that you've got something lasting that actually talks about what you did. So our first inductee, or team that I'm inducting, this happened slightly after our last induction into the Sales Hall of Fame. And the national team selling competition at the Kelly School of Business at Indiana University, very competitive field. They're mostly top 10, Division I schools, Michigan State, University of Washington often win, Kelly School of Business in Indiana, Kansas State, Connecticut, Syracuse, the list goes on and on. And we've been there the year before. Kyle had been there, I think, the first year we didn't know how we did it because they only announced the top 5 or something. The next time we were just missed the top 5. And we thought, wow, we're not bad at this. So the next team that came in 2013, the next time we decided to go, I'm kind of giving away the punchline here, but we were absolutely shocking upset winners. And when we heard they do a debrief on the case, and we're kind of looking at each other and going, well, we really killed that. And they started announcing the top 5, and I said, well, we were 6th the last time. I thought we would have been up there. And it got down to the last 2, and I said, well, it was a good try. And oddly enough, a couple of the sponsors were sitting at our lunch table during the awards banquet, and they're asking all these questions about Farside and our students, and what do you do there in your sales curriculum? And I found out why they were asking, because they knew we won. And, when they announced our names, it was just, I think I jumped higher than anybody. But it was very exciting, and, it was just a tremendous moment. So, Josh Fraser, Carlos Mayfield, Nathan Whitaker, and Jeremy Mearshorp were a great team that all these skills complemented each other well. They literally stayed up all night. double-checked everything twice. The true, definition of a team, all with great individual talents. The other three are now in the South. Carly was planning on maybe flying back from Charlotte, where she moved, with Sealed Air along with Nate. But I don't think she wasn't able to swing it. The rest of the other three are in the South. So representing this outstanding team tonight is Josh Bridge. You don't need me in it. I just want a still of you standing beside this. Okay? Yeah.
All right.
That's the price you got there.
Round of applause?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They won, what, $3,000 for doing that too, Josh?
Yeah.
Okay. So our next recipients, this is proof that persistence pays, okay? Joe Boynton, who is